And yes, Mommy, I will pick up all the little scraps of litter. Now I'm in New York, but I'm still not a litter bug, alright? Alright, last 3 Mentos. Alright, last one Mentos. Alright, let's do this. Alright, not as cool as I thought it was going to be. But... Alright, so I don't know if this is going in the beginning or towards the end, but I just do want to mention the first time I ever heard about this whole Mentos in the Coke thing, or Pepsi, or whatever, was on a show called Impractical Jokers, which is near and dear to my heart. Mommy and Daddy discovered it, well, Daddy was in the hospital one time because he watched a lot of TV in hospital, and there was this one channel that's all they played all day long was Impractical Jokers. Anyways, here's the clip.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Oh, she got a bottle of diet soda.
You guys know when you drop the mint into the soda? Do you know if that works?
I bet you we're gonna find out.
Q. There is a roll of mints under the register. Get him.
Yeah, open up her bottle of diet soda.
Okay.
Do me a favor, just pop those mints into the diet soda. Oh, no! Oh!
Did you know it was gonna happen? There's some things that they just made for you to say no. Larry, clean up aisle 8. Clean up aisle 8.
So, why does this happen? Why do when we drop Mentos into a bottle of soda that a geyser gushes out? Well, it's not a chemical reaction, it's actually a physical reaction, but we'll start with some chemistry. So, remember from the periodic table, right? Look behind you on the chair. Hold on, freeze frame. Okay, so that was it. Anyways, if you look at that, look at the one that might still be behind you on the buddy chair, each square represents an element, and each element represents a type of atom, right? Can happen. So we got C for carbon, O for oxygen, H for hydrogen. All right, so what happens with this thing, you got two main molecules going on. A molecule is when two or more of these, or it actually can be two of the same ones, actually, but like oxygen, take a deep breath, breathe out. Oxygen that you breathe in and out is mostly O2. It's two of these together. But when you breathe out, you're going to breathe out mostly carbon dioxide. Di means two, so that's this guy here. So that's a carbon, and then two oxygens, and those clunk together and form CO2, carbon dioxide. Again, breathe out. When you breathe in a lot of oxygen. When you breathe out carbon dioxide. Your body actually converts it. The oxygen you take into carbon dioxide and breathe out. Anyway, so So that's a gas. So there's phases, right? Solid, like solid. The chair you're sitting on, the floor, that's a solid. Liquid, like water from the sink, or liquid like in a soda bottle. And gas. Breathe in, breathe out. You can't really see it, usually gas, but you can feel it go like this, and you feel against your cheek, like the wind, or if you go outside on a windy day. What that is gaseous molecules actually colliding on your cheek. So you can't really see them because they're so spread out, but they're there. You can feel them for sure. And so, yeah, so when you take 2 of these H's, hydrogens, and 1 oxygen, and poof, stick them together, you get H2O, also known as water. So I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, I'm not doing the best job holding this up. So what happens in soda is they put carbonated water in, which means that they take water and then they dissolve carbon dioxide in it. And carbon dioxide wants to be a gas, and that's why when you open a soda, it goes psst, because the gas wants to. It's in here, it's dissolved, but when you release the pressure, it immediately wants to go psst, let us out, because we're supposed to be gas. We're not supposed to be dissolved as a liquid, but you know, that's what happens. For instance, the drawing I made, so this is outside of the water, so think of this as like the water line here, alright? And underneath the water, you have all this going on, but on top of it, like in this little part, it's just looks like it's empty on top, that actually, it's got tons of carbon dioxide in it, and get in the gas form, CO2, carbon dioxide. Underneath though, you got a ton of it dissolved, right, in the liquid. And it's a little bit more to this, but the carbon dioxide and water actually mix to form carbonic acid, which is this guy right here. So this guy, CO2, carbon dioxide, and H2O, water, they kind of go poop, and they form together a carbonic acid molecule, and then sometimes they break apart, and that's called equilibrium. So that's how they're forced to coexist in the soda. And so, oh yeah, so what happens when you drop Mentos in is Mentos look, I meant to bring in one with me, but anyways, they look smooth, but if you put a Mentos candy underneath a microscope, you'd find all these tiny little craters. It's like you're looking at the moon or something. So these tiny little pocks, right? These little craters. See, these are supposed to be carbon dioxide molecules. And what happens is that they're like, ooh, we see craters. And so they're like, this looks like a nice little cave to hide out in. So, you know, sound effects, of course. So a bunch of them come together and they're like, oh, let's hide together here. And then what happens is nucleation, which is they actually like get in one of these little crater type things, these little spaces, and they form a bubble, which is different because before they were a liquid. But then they're like, hey, we're all in this together. We know we want to be gas. Let's just become gas. So they kind of form like a gang, right? And they're like, man, we're out of here. So they come together and they're like, all right, we're gas now, right? That's what we're supposed to be anyways. That's what we want to be. And so if this happens, this is blown up, but there's actually just, it's microscopic. There's going to be millions and probably hundreds of thousands to millions of these tiny little craters, and all these carbon dioxide molecules coming together and forming bubbles. And then that happening so fast, when you drop a whole package of Mentos in here, that adds up. And the effect is that all the gas is released at once. And in one of these you have, so this is 2 liters by volume inside of this. The amount of gas by just the carbon dioxide gas releases can be, I think, 8 liters. So maybe it's more, I forget, but it's going to be 4 times the amount of volume in here, so that's why it goes. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to go outside and try the second one. Take 2. I really hope this camera is on. Yeah, it's obviously, as you can see, the Mentos in the new and improved tube. Alright, here goes nothing. See it? Yeah. Alright. Fast, that's for sure. And yes, Mom. Let's see how much it will go. That's pretty quick placement. So, I don't know. Anyways, that's the soda geyser for now. Maybe at some point we can all do it together and improve on this. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna try my hands on the grass again and turn this off. This thing on. Oh, and buddy mentioned last night, all I gotta do is shake it up and just throw it really fast. Well, I'm gonna try the buddy approach right now. See how it works. So I liked your idea. Surprisingly, these bottles are pretty strong. And to be fair, this one I just refilled with coffee and water. So this was just the one I just used. So neither of these were carbonated, but I'm sure if you did shake up the right size bottle and threw it at the right velocity, at the right surface, it would totally explode. I think I've seen it happen. Mommy probably has seen it too. But anyways, I'm out of here. Alright, so as you can see, they both were a little lame. Sorry about that. I pictured a really high gusher, but didn't happen in these cases. I think it's how I might have went about getting the Mentos in. So if you can think of any ideas to make it gush higher, I'd love to hear about them. Otherwise, next time I'm at the store where they sell these things, I'm going to buy one more thing of soda and another thing of Mentos. And stay tuned. I'm going to try round 3 sometime, hopefully this week. Alright, love you. Mwah.